peace, progress, and prosperity. Always remember, you are not alone.
My name is Onola Fatoba, and welcome to Brothers Keeper, the mental health podcast for men. And please remember, as we do the ritual, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and subscribe if you haven't. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you don't know, this is the channel where we talk about mental health issues that affect men. And I am my brother's keeper as ever till the day that I die. My name once again is Onola Fatoba, and welcome to episode 4 of Brother's Keeper. So today we're going to be talking about something that we discussed in the last episode, but more or less a continuation of it, because from my research I found out that the topic mostly affects young men. It affects older men too, but young men are the ones on the receiving side the most. So I decided, okay, why not let's do this and, go into the details of it. So this episode is likely going to be long, so I'm going to cut it into bits and pieces so that you can have time to watch it and you don't have to watch one long video of me just talking and talking and talking. So today's topic is from silence to strength. And it has to do with men's mental health and their professional life. So picture this: 5 years out of college, 5 years out of university, you're now working in a mid-tier accounting firm. You've managed to secure a good job there, and you're there, you're pushing your life every day. You go to work, you wake up, you go to work, do your job, go back home, and rinse and repeat the next day. So on this particular day, you're just scrolling through LinkedIn. And then, and as we all know, LinkedIn is the Facebook of the professional world. I don't know if you get what I mean. So you're on LinkedIn and you're just scrolling and then you see your colleague that you guys left school together. You're in the same set, the same year. And you see him, he's now the CEO, founder, and something managing something. The profile teacher, everything is packed, and you're like, what the hell is going on? This guy now has, maybe 4 magazine articles from Life, 1 from Forbes, and there's all that professional accolades on your colleague's profile. And you're just wondering, in this short period of 5 years, how this guy take one now? How, what's going on? And it doesn't stop there. Just when you think, okay, I'll move on with my life, I'll do what I'm supposed to do and get on with my life and move on and, just be you. You're on your way home at the close of work and you're just taking a casual stroll. Maybe you're even on your street and then your phone rings and it's a text message from your mom and she's reminding you that, your sibling is almost done preparing for school, and they need they need so amount to complete the school fees. Can you pony up some change? And you're thinking, my salary say like this 80%. They say 80% of it is already gone. You've not collected it though, but 80%. Why? There's debt on ground I have to pay. And you're like, okay, fine, you find something to do just to now make it worse. A few moments later, you get a notification on your secondary school or maybe university alumni group, and they are saying, reunion is for us, let's get together. And it's not like you really want to go because you really don't care about this reunion. And you're just there like, I bet now, Nasabi, all of a sudden you see bank receipts from one of your classmates. The money that he has dropped for the reunion is 80% of your annual income put together. If you take 80% of your annual income, this is what that person has dropped to just organize party for a reunion. And you're wondering, did you make the wrong career choice? Or are you on the wrong path? So really, these things happen to a lot of young people, and it puts them under undue pressure because they're like your mates. They're like, my mates are moving ahead in life, and I'm just here still circling, going about doing this and that. And, that kind of pressurizes them to kind of want to like look for fast results, to want to get things done and see results like on the spot. And bro, I can tell you, I'm guilty of that too. It took me some very serious introspection to now ask myself, like, wait, though, we are not doing the same thing. We are not on the same hustle. We're not running the same race. I'm running my race. He's running his race. I mean, if he has results now, that's fine. Doesn't mean I won't have results tomorrow. I mean, everybody at some point has to succeed in one thing or the other. Nobody is a failure. In my own book, nobody is a failure. Everybody succeeds at something at some point. So because I don't have 2.5 million to drop for reunion now, doesn't mean I won't get more than that in the future. So I feel like these are some of the things that young men go through and they just keep quiet about it. They are pressurized. They choke there. They are feeling it. But, to talk about it is going to, put you in some kind of funny looking light where people will say, you too, add to your hustle. You don't know what that guy do. Wait, they see that kind of money and all that. And you begin to wonder, so what is he doing that I'm not doing? And I can tell you, my brother, you're doing the right thing. The truth is, you're on the right path. You are doing the right thing. You're where you are supposed to be. You are doing what you are supposed to do. You just need to keep going. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some intention. It's going to take some intensity. It's going to take a lot of focus, discipline, determination, and a whole lot of other elements that I can't begin to name. But I can tell you, if you have that attitude that, yes, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to get there. I'm going to make this money. I'm going to have a sound family and a sound mental health. Trust me, you will get it. You just need to keep going. So, in a world where the financial stability or worth of a man can be used to measure or equate his success in life, men tend to like fall under this, like I said, undue pressure to like get that security back. And, it begins to lead to some things in your head that you're not paying attention to. And that's why I'm here today, to make you start digging inward, start digging deep, start looking inside yourself and looking for some of these things that you might have normalized them, thinking, well, it is what it is. That's the way it should be. And then I have to make this money. And you are just there pushing. And these things are intensifying. And you think they're like normal stuff for everyday life. Number one, anxiety and stress. A lot of young men are anxious and stressed the hell out. And they'll tell you, the normal thing, so life they be, so it's supposed to be, the hustle, that's the hustle. And they just keep going and going. And then maybe by the time they are 45, they say they have high blood pressure due to their, their dietary lifestyle and their normal whatever. And before you know it, you're paying for, an ailment that, you've worked all your life to make some millions, and then you're using that million to take care of your health. It doesn't make sense. So, anxiety and stress. The relentless pursuit of success can lead to chronic anxiety and stress. The fear of failure and the pressure to meet standards can constitute to, a very, very heavy toll that there's always tension in your voice, your actions, the things you do, the way you react to certain things. And it's hard to kind of identify it when you have normalized it in a sense that you feel like you've done it yesterday, you got away with it. You did it today, it feels normal. You did it again, it feels like, okay, I think I can get used to this. And you're constantly just stressed. And before you know it, you turn to your normal coping mechanism. Smoke, drink, party hard, get wasted, the likes, and then rinse and repeat. Another thing is perfectionism. I'm a very, very huge victim of this particular one that I'm talking to you about. I feel like everything has to be spot on. If I tell you how long it took me to stop overthinking before I started this podcast, everything had to be perfect. This had to be good. That had to be in place. I had to have this. This has to be ready. This has to be this. I mean, it's some of the things that drive men crazy. The fact that they feel like they have to get everything right. My brother, and I lie. Take the first step and move. By the time you're done doing the necessary parts, you're done doing the basics, and you get to work, the rest will align. It may not look like it from scratch, but if you have a plan and you take the first step and go, the rest will follow. Another thing is burnout or mental exhaustion. So when you're stressed and you're anxious and you're trying to like make everything perfect, you're trying to like get that what's it called, project at work, get it to be spot on, make sure that your supervisor does not have any complaint, everything is airtight, like even your managers or your CEO is like, oh man, good work. Bro, you can be mentally exhausted and you won't even know it. And the only thing that just keeps you going is maybe willpower or some form of energy that you have left in you that is just a teeny little bit. I have a friend I spoke with recently. He's been working on a very serious project that's going to make him a whole lot of money. And he has been stressed out because it needs to be perfect. Certain details of it need to be airtight. There can't be faults, there can't be mistakes. But this, my friend, is an overthinker, just like me. In fact, his own overthinking is chronic. It's more than my own. Like, he takes everything and beats it down to the tiniest little details until there is nothing else to beat. And then he will now dream up imaginary scenarios and start beating it again. So now, this guy is so stressed out to the point where we were talking and he was like, at this point, he's so burnt out that he just needs to get the phase 1 in check. And then he's going to take a break and then restart on phase 2. Why? Because the only thing left that is keeping him going, and I quote, the only thing I have keeping me going now is just some willpower. Like, no motivation, nothing. No, the only thing that is just keeping him on the job is just willpower. And if you tell someone like that, bro, you are mentally exhausted, you need to take a break. Well, at least he knows he's mentally exhausted. At least he admits it. But if you, in most cases for men, if you tell them you're mentally exhausted, you need to take a break from this, you need to find a way to like rejuvenate and, recuperate, they tell you, beg, make I just finish this one first. And then after they finish that one, they don't give themselves rest, they move on to the next. Another thing is self-esteem issues. This one very serious. A lot of men suffer from this, but they kind of like cover it up with a lot of bravado and, gra and a lot of macho here and there. And the thing is, it comes in various forms. You could have self-esteem issues based on your financial capabilities, based on your physics, based on your looks, based on a whole lot of things. These are some of the things. It could even be professional self-esteem. You feel like you're not doing well enough in your career because certain people who you feel like you started together are way ahead of you.
So before I continue the video, I just wanted to say compliments of the season, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Don't forget, while you are enjoying the holiday, please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive, and make sure to pay attention to your mental health. It's very, very, very important. I look forward to fulfilling 2024, and let's get right back to it.
So, another one is imposter syndrome. I'm very, very guilty of this one. And I can tell you that it took me a lot of internal encouragement, telling myself that, okay, I'm not as bad as I think I am. And a lot of people telling me, oh my God, this is good. Oh my God, you should sell this. Oh my God, you should do this. And I'm like, okay, wait, if this person that I value or I put on this pedestal or I think that is this good tells me that this is good or I'm this good, then does that mean I'm the one that is just judging myself too much? So imposter syndrome is that, syndrome that you believe that you're not as competent or professional as you think you are, and you'll be exposed for a fraud, or you'll be taken as a wannabe or a contender, or a pretender, not a contender. So a lot of men experience this imposter syndrome, and then they downplay their own success and achievements, and they're like, it's not that big, it's not that serious. I mean, someone has done better, someone has done more than that. Yes, someone has done more than that. Well, this is what you have done. Baba, blow your own trumpets. I don't blame my own trumpets too, because I feel like, well, I mean, a royalty doesn't really blow a trumpet. Like, the king never goes out and is the one blowing his trumpet and saying, oh, yeah, the mullah there. No, there's someone who has that job. So I feel like, okay, if my stuff is that good, then there should be someone out there who is blowing the trumpet for my, for my stuff. But it turns out the world doesn't really work like that. You have to hype yourself. You have to package yourself. You have to let people know that, okay, I can do this shit. And, you know, put it in their faces. Be aggressive about it. Be proud about it. Make them know that this is your stuff. So that imposter syndrome is something like a lot of men kind of feel like, okay, yeah, it's good. And I think it has to do mostly with creating. Yeah, it's good. It's not a big deal. It's nothing, there's nothing about it. It's a lie, my brother. It's a big deal. It's a freaking big deal. Why? Because you have done it. No one else has done it like you have done it. You have a unique perspective to it. So don't downplay your achievements. Another thing is mental health disorder. Now, I feel like some of the guys that we see on the road and some of the guys that, you know, are locked up in psych wards are not actually people who are mad the way we kind of like quoted. I feel like there is something that has just, you know, clicked in their head because a lot of pressure has been mounting, and their mental capacity can no longer take it, and everything just wobbles and falls off. And I'm not a psychological expert. I don't know anything about the human brain, but it just feels like when you're working a machine and you don't lubricate it, you don't rest it, you don't service it, there's going to come a time that it will knock. Imagine you have a generator that you put on 24/7 for like 3 months. In fact, you won't reach 3 months. You don't put oil. There's no oil. You just put petrol. They put petrol. Before petrol finish, if you don't, you put another one. Before you finish again, you put another one. And you're not servicing that gen. You're not oiling it. At some point, that generator is going to knock off. I feel like that's the same thing with the human brain. So I feel like some of the things that we young men kind of bottle in because of the pressure we're facing at work, at home, in our professional lives, most especially, we're shooting ourselves in the leg slowly. And we're going to get to a point where our brains can't take it anymore. And then, poof,